Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Random. We did an Eden run last time. It was crazy. Isaac? Yeah, it seemed like we were pretty much destined for Isaac there when I saw us tick over the Lost. Because then you got like... I wonder if it's actually twice as likely to get Isaac versus a normal character. There's the seed, by the way. I'll get started. I wonder if it's twice as likely to get Isaac as it is to get an other character. Because it ticks over like the random button. Now, you would think, and I might be blowing smoke out of my ass here, you would think that that would just be like a superficial thing and wouldn't actually affect it, but maybe the random counts in the set of numbers, you know? Maybe there's 10 characters, but there's 11 ticks, so the object at, you know, 11 and 1 is more likely, I should say. I didn't mean to pick that. Okay, well, it's all good. Maybe the object, which in this case is the character of Isaac, at position 11 and position 1 is most likely to get picked. But maybe not. Maybe I'm completely making it up. On the other hand, we haven't seen a lot of Isaac lately. It's anecdotal evidence at best, but it seems, I wouldn't say fishy necessarily, but it seems a little interesting, something to think about. Don't spread that as if it's fact. It's just conjecture. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm normally the first guy to say, you know, whenever two people are having a conversation, they're like, oh, what if the universe is, what if fucking your version of the color red is actually my version of the color purple, dude? Whoa, dude, that's crazy. You know, it's just, I tend to think of that stuff, and I don't mean any offense to any of you wonderful people watching here. I gotta take Mr. Mega. I tend to think of that stuff as a little bit of like intellectual jacking off, might be the way that I would describe it. It's like it has the elements of a smart discussion without actually requiring any hard work evidence, you know, experimentation, being vetted by other professionals in its field, etc., etc. Maybe that makes me piece of shit, stuck-up snob. You could also argue that. I'm not going to say that that's false. But what if, man? What if Isaac gets random more because the random thing is right next to him? You ever think about that shit? Yo, dude, I'm not trying to say it's true, but what if, dog? That was one pretty good bomb there. I can feel really good about that one, and now we have 15 cents to actually take to our shop. This is a very small floor. Small floor, big value. It's gonna kill our ability to buy a Spirit Heart on the next floor, but I love, and an arcade for that matter, but I love Starter Deck, man. Starter Deck, so we never have to deal with shitty pills. Why not? Deal with shitty cards instead, but that's not so bad. We might be able to get 2 more cents. I'd be surprised, but we might be able to get 2 more cents. Let's see who we're fighting here. It's Pin. Pin is not worth the High Priestess card, in my opinion. I'd much rather use that against, you know, very dumb of me. I'd much rather use that against, like, the big form of the Haunts. If we end up fighting the Haunts, or who knows who we're gonna end up fighting. We might end up just wanting to use it against, like, Monstro, even though Monstro is pretty easy. If I have no HP left for either survival or for a deal with the devil's purpose on the second boss fight, then that might be a good opportunity for us to use High Priestess. The risk is a lot lower, but the reward is greater as well. Cat of Nine Tails, fantastic item. Would much rather have this than Pageant Boy to secure us the 5 cents I seem to care so much about. Disproportionately pay attention to that. Curse of the Blind. Always a little bit of a piss off when you get Curse of the Blind on your second floor, because this is your money maker. You know, this is, well, no, it's not your money maker. Your money maker would be like analogous to your job. But in this analogy that I'm making here, this is like you know, choosing a bank for your bank account, you know? Are you banking through your grocery store? Are you sitting down with somebody in a suit? What's going on here? This is, we don't know right now. Basically, we're paying 25 bucks to open a bank account, and they're like, we're just gonna give you one. We're gonna random. Magneto is not very good, and would be a candidate for a reroll under normal circumstances, but that's Curse of the Blind. I begrudgingly respect Curse of the Blind for making it so not all runs have the same exact elements deliberately. I like that it mixes it up a little bit. I like that it changes how a run will look, and is one of the very few things in the game that can actually turn a winning run into a losing run. So in that way, Curse of the Blind is very interesting. It shuffles things up, you know? It's a Yankee swap for Christmas. Why buy gifts for someone, you know, it's too easy to buy gifts for someone when you know who you're buying gifts for. We're gonna be fine on Spirit Hearts, but I still might use High Priestess here. Even if it might not even matter who we're fighting, to be honest with you. I might just be like, that's gonna be convenient. Fuck this room, by the way. It's not that bad, but the only reason it's not that bad is because we picked up a really good damage item in Cat of Nine Tails. If we had picked up a range upgrade or even an HP upgrade or something like that, I'd be like, oh, this room is annoying as hell. Might be worth buying a bomb so that now we can get that battery. Almost botched it there. You have to be careful by the Widow. Sometimes it just jumps. Blue cap, I like it decently enough. And, well, if you're going to have Curse of the Blind, this is like the best enemy to be fighting here, I guess, on your first deal with the devil. It won't... Okay, so this is a new tip that people told me in Kate's chat. I haven't vetted this information myself, but this is the assumption that I've been operating under. Cool, we'll reroll Head of Krampus. It doesn't count... Again, I haven't vetted this. But this is the principle that I've been using, and it seems to model reality pretty well. Oh, I didn't know that just worked like that. I guess it only gives you the battery if you need it, the same way it does with Red Hearts. Where's my card, though? I could use that card. It only counts as Deal with the Devil precedent if you pay HP for it. We didn't pay HP for Krampus's head or Little Brimstone in this situation, so it doesn't count as a Deal with the Devil precedent, which means we have a very real chance of getting a deal with the Angel in our next, you know, deal opportunity. And that's fine. Like, I'll live with that. Could have re-rolled the Virus. I mean, you're pretty confident what that is going in, but at the same time, I kind of have a hard time re-rolling the Virus. You know, I've got some affinity for it from vanilla. I know it kind of sucks now. But it's, you know, you're like, it's free. Yeah, but you can get something that's better but free. Yeah, but I don't want to look ungrateful. Too much Canadian coming through there. Yo, we gotta stop, and this is me too. It's lazy shorthand to keep going up with these Canadians are polite jokes. Because it's giving Canadian douchebags a pass. Extra spirit hearts are nice for me. There's a lot of Canadian douchebags, man. And this is, you know, I'm leaving myself open for a Green Day joke somewhere in there. Don't wanna be a Canadian douchebag. Cheers for the Bruins when the Canucks are in the finals. Anyway. Excuse me. Back the fudge up, please. There are Canadian douches, man. And they're not douches like, oh, he didn't say sorry to me when I, you know, bumped into him accidentally. There's like real assholes and like fucking criminals and serial killers and stuff like that. So we, you know, maybe we're a nice population, but don't give everybody a free pass. Don't do ourselves a favor and don't assume that all Canadians are nice when you first meet them. Let us prove it to you, and we'll be happy to. Those of us who, you know, really fit the bill. I will say though, you can have some good interactions, or some funny interactions in Canada when you have a lot of politeness. Like, Kate and I were eating dinner last night at a restaurant, and then the waiter came by to refill my water. So he was pouring the water, and the first thing he says is, sorry. And then I said, sorry, because like, he's apologizing for not like really interrupting, but for sort of interrupting to pour the water. It's like, you're giving me something, you don't need to apologize. Then you say, sorry, no problem. So that's like, you know, your sorry isn't a problem. I'm apologizing for the fact that you felt like you had to apologize, but that was very nice of you. It's no problem, no worries. And then they finish pouring the water, and then you say thank you, and they say thank you. And you're just like, that's a little overkill. You can actually have, you know, that expression, you know, buffalo, 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 you know what I mean. Like, it's a sentence that sounds like it makes no sense, but actually makes sense. Ooh, interesting. You can have a conversation like that here, exclusively using polite isms. Like, you could have a conversation that's like, sorry, no worries, thank you. And then you, like, just by the situation at hand, you would exactly know what both parties are talking about. It's wild, man. I like it a lot. It's a great way to communicate with people. Always assume that they're, you know, coming at you from a good perspective instead of opening a conversation in bad faith. It's a nice way to interact sometimes. Okay, you need to fuck off. You can say fuck and still be polite. Don't let fucking Queen Victoria rule your diction to this day and age, you know? It's a little ridiculous. Talk about having, you know, mommy issues. Well, that's, to be fair, we as a country still have Victoria Day. No, we still have the Queen on our money as well. You know, I hesitate to even present this information because it's always used the wrong way. Technically, the Queen of Canada, well, sorry, the Queen, I don't know, because whenever I say England, people were like, oh, it's not England, it's Britain. And then when I say Britain, well, they're like, well, this country's not a part of Britain. You mean the British Isles. And then someone from, like, you know, the Orkneys is like, I don't really consider myself part of the British Isles. I'm okay. You know what? The Queen of England is technically the head of state of Canada. It's symbolic, though. So do yourself a favor if you meet a Canadian. Don't say, whoa, so the Queen is technically, like, higher than the Prime Minister? Does that mean the Queen could veto your decisions? Does that mean... Yes, legally, but she doesn't, because then she would be exercising power that is not merely symbolic, and, you know, the royal family would lose all of their influence as a result of trying to exert it. Anyway. I had some guy make fun of me when I was living in Korea. He's like, Canadian money looks like Monopoly money. It's got all these colors and shit, so it was, like, really easy to tell what denomination each bill is. What the fuck's up with that? I like being, you know, at a restaurant and accidentally giving a $20 bill instead of a $5 bill just because they look exactly the same. Oh, they don't look exactly the same. This one has this Romanesque building on it. This one has this Romanesque building on it. Anyway. This one has this 90-year-old, you know, he's been dead for 90 years guy on it. This one has this guy who's been dead for 130 years. How could you mistake that? Anyway. But he made fun of me. He's like, yeah, man, let me see, like, a Canadian $5 bill. This was, I don't know, maybe like 6 years ago, 5 years ago. So this is a Canadian bill that was in circulation for a while. And it had people playing hockey on a pond. He's like, ha! What is this, people enjoying a pastime of your country? What a joke. Yo, American money is not, by definition, any more, like, legitimate than any other country's currency. It has buildings on it, man. Yo, what's more important to you, buildings or people? Don't answer that. I am gonna take butt bombs, though. I'm happy to have Dead Onion, too. Dad Onion. Don't tell your mother I said that. Not the best use of Hanged Man card, but maybe the most efficient use of Hanged Man card. I'm just trying to say, don't be a dick to other people about their currency, okay? Hive Mind is awesome. I love it a lot. We'll take this with us as well, just to safeguard us for a potential deal on the next floor. We've already paid the Krampus tax. It would just be a shame to not get to take advantage of it. Don't act like, and it doesn't matter if you're American or Australian or South African or Canadian for that matter. Don't act like your shit is the default. It's a big, it's a wild world out there. Canadian money isn't Monopoly money any more than freaking American money is like I Love Lucy money. It's got the same color palette as a freaking, like, you know, 1993 Game Boy game. Colored money just makes sense to me, though. Look, maybe I'm getting on a soapbox here. All I'm saying is nobody in Canada has ever mistaken a $10 bill for a $5 bill for a $20 bill, etc., etc. At least, you know, if they did, it's their own fault. It sounds like at that point you're just setting people up for failure and then relishing when it happens. You know what I think it is? I think it's the bar and restaurant industry that's saying don't add color to the money, because then people who are a little bit under the influence are gonna, you know, stop accidentally tipping $100 when they meant to tip $5. You can't open yourself up for a little bit of self-reflection with respect to that, and you just back the fudge up, Napoleon, because everyone up here agrees, but, you know, that's, again, you're getting a biased sample size. On the bright side, we did get Magic Mushroom there. We're also making, like, really, really good time. What's our other card? Oh, Chaos card, right. I was like, why am I remember in my head that I'm saving this, but I don't fully remember why. Might as well just use the Death card right away is my philosophy on that. Pretty much guaranteed a deal here. This is where we can maybe fall into a rut, but we're in a great position right now. The way we fall into a rut is we start, just awful damage. We start getting deals with the devil, or I should say deals with the angel, specifically in this case. We get deals of a variety that are exclusively chests, or exclusively eternal hearts, or exclusively black or spirit hearts. It's terrible. We don't want to do it. And it's real bad for business. Puts us... barely made it there. I'll go back for the penny. Puts us in a terrible spot because we need to rely on item rooms for damage upgrades and other upgrades for that matter. But it's doable. It's doable based on the D6 especially. It helps out. 2 bombs for 1 bomb. You know, it's the best trade that you can't possibly be happy about. Now I have 9 bombs instead of 8. Glorious. Always like to check that, especially with starter deck. Seems like a good choice, but we'll roll Chariot on this room. I could easily take damage against Gurglings. We got a Hanged Man card in return. Yeah, you know, replace one, like, mildly useful card with another. The Chariot, oh, this is why I bought that Spirit Heart on the last floor, though. The Chariot is one of those cards that I kind of consider like, oh no, red heart damage. I do kind of consider like it got, not necessarily worse, but I don't value it as much in Rebirth as I did in Vanilla. And I think it comes down to blood banks not working exactly the same way. The way blood banks worked in Vanilla, and HP works a little different as well, but the way blood banks worked in Vanilla, if you didn't play or you don't remember, you know, it's a nice trip down memory lane here to talk about Vanilla mechanics from time to time. If the default payout from a blood bank was blood bag, if you got IV bag and picked it up, you still got a deal. If you got IV bag and picked it up, you would never see another IV bag for the rest of the game. Might as well do this. Thereby guaranteeing that you would exclusively, if you played long enough, get blood bags and HP, and it also had a speed upgrade, like a really nice speed upgrade associated with it in Vanilla. So the Chariot card became like, you know, like a 40% chance to get an HP plus speed upgrade, which is really good. Plus you get the money in the process, whereas now it's just kind of like, I'd rather use it to just not take a Spirit Heart's worth of damage. That worked out pretty well. I mean, that's the benefit of being Isaac. It actually makes it so even shitty Angel Rooms at least are going to give you something. Unless you have the battery, you won't really have the ability to reroll it, probably, but you still got the option, and it paid out nicely there. The Halo's pretty good. I'll take Anti-Grav. I'm not in love with it, but I'll take it. I think it's interesting, and it actually works. Yeah, we'll definitely blow up. I just used the Hangman card there. That's not what I meant to do. But it synergizes nicely with Little Brimstone, I think. Total waste of a bomb. It's my familiars shooting it, but I'm the one controlling my familiars, so I'm pretty much a scumbag. Anyway, Mom's Key. Beautiful item. Extremely happy to have it. Boss Rush is... we got tons of time. I was like, man, we're super late for Boss Rush, but in actuality, we're like a minute and a half early. We're so early that I thought I was late. You ever have that shit happen to you? I didn't think so. That's what you get with a guy like me. You get this super punctuality. If you want to go and take a ride with me, we gotta be there 40 minutes early. Oh, why must I feel this way? Hey, must be my upbringing. Good, that's good. It's alright. We'll check this out as well. I mean, there's no reason not to explore here. 2 of diamonds, huh? 2 of diamonds. You've been out too long in the midnight sea. You've been sitting too long in the golden sea. That works better, but you can tell at this point that, you know, I'm adrift in the sea of commentary. Just waiting for something to happen here. I'm opening all these golden chests, and I'm regretting it. But keys should not be too much of an issue. Actually, you know what? I'm happy I'm opening the golden chest now that I think about it, because we will have an opportunity as a result. What's going on here? Okie dokie, see you later. We'll have an opportunity as a result to, you know, use Mom's Key to its full potential. We're gonna be like right on the cusp of making Boss Rush happen. I'm not super enthusiastic about it. If we can do it, fine. If we can't, also totally fine. I was so convinced that that was our second secret room, which is silly because it could be here. And then if that's not there, then our secret room could be here. Alright, wow, it's getting real stinky in here. Let's go. So we got Chaos, 2 of diamonds. We only need 4 cents, I guess, to make it so we can buy an item from our shop. Too bad I lost the Hangman card. Could be useful on this room. And we re-rolled the key piece, so that's no Angel Room precedent for us. As a result, I would be expecting probably nothing on this floor, but on the next floor, assuming it's not XL. I don't really like the body that much. People always want you to get super excited about those like lost unlocks showing up. There's so many bigger items. I'm happy to have 3 HP. Happier than I would be if I had 1 HP. But, you know, 1 Tears upgrade might be the equivalent of that right now. So, I'm not gonna lose my freaking lunchtime. Lose my lunchtime? If you lose my lunchtime. No, it's, I'm not gonna lose my lunch over it, which I think is a colloquialism meaning to vomit, which would just be nonsensical if I did that right now. It doesn't make any sense. However, yeah, we'll go back for that for sure. However, I'm happy to have it. You know, I'm just not thrilled. I'm happy to have unlocked it in the first place, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And it's a reminder of the fact that we did accomplish that remarkable achievement with the Lost. I think I might as well double it now, and we'll just take Fanny Pack. And I'm not really worried about donating 3 cents. May or may not be meaningful. It doesn't really matter. I struggled to care less as I was writing that sentence. At least you didn't say I could care less, Northern Lion. Yo, we've been down this road, man. If I say I could care less, you know what I mean. Why do we have to all adhere to these strict, you know, patterns of language? I get that it makes it easier to communicate, but if we both know what we're talking about here, you know, what's the point? We're just circle jerking each other. It's a circle jerk. It's a baby bottle pop, uncomfortable association. Oh, we made it. And now that I'm over here, I realize that there's not much point. Kind of like when I graduated from college. Hi-yo! Seriously, though, it's a worthwhile endeavor if you know what you're getting into. You got... okay. We still have a pretty good chance of swinging boss rush here. It would have to be a pretty spectacular item. Like, we're relatively powerful, but not so powerful that we're going to steamroll boss rush in like a matter of seconds unless we get a deal with the devil prior to it. That gives us a great item. We've already been to our item room, we've already been to our shop, and this is our last room, so this is perfect. We'll pop this down. Might be a little tight. I would like to check. Like, that's my thing. I'm happy to get the keys, though. I would at least like to check if we could get something from boss rush. If it's good, we have a reroll, potentially, if we don't get a deal with the devil. We're going to have to be pretty fast, but actually, it's nice to have anti-grab against Mom. And Little Brimstone will help, too, but you can stack up those tiers right on the cusp of where Mom's going to drop down. Launch them all. Usually, it's better if the foot actually just lands on top of them, but... I thought about using Chaos Card. It seems like it's not going to be necessary. Gotta be careful because sometimes Mom kind of gets stuck until all the enemies are killed, and it's super shitty. There we go, that'll do it. Deal with the angel. Check it, chuck it. Okay, fuck boss rush. I realized we had a choice there. I probably could have done it with the Chaos Card. That would have been fun. But we had a choice there, and I chose guaranteed angel room payouts for pretty cheap over boss rush. You know, could be anything. Holy Grail gives us the free ability to fly. Lazarus Rag sucks pretty hard, but free ability to fly, and we didn't have to fight any enemies to do it. Words to live by. This is Mark Twain, I believe, that said, you know, never do anything for free, or never pay for anything that you can get for free. I believe it was Mark Twain who, when speaking about prostitutes, said, "Why buy a cow when you can get the milk for free?" Or was it the... What a gross sentence. Oh, man. This Mark Twain guy. I believe it was Mark Twain who said they don't think it be like it is, but it do. And other various famous quotes. Excuse me? Well, I've probably fucked over my deal chances here. I would like to not have done that, but... How do I feel about this run, all things considered? I mean, it's looking pretty good if you ask me. I don't know why I seem so surprised that I asked myself that question. How am I feeling about this run? Are you crazy? I just walked over here. We already had piercing shots, but now we turned our tears into Doritos, so, you know, that's valuable to some people. I got no problem with Doritos, man. The only problem I have with Doritos is stop trying to make zesty a flavor. Like, it's not. You got nacho cheese Doritos. Good, classic. Nobody's gonna turn down some nacho cheese Doritos. Ooh, I don't like that flavor. It's the original. You got Cool Ranch / Cool American. Nice, tangy little accoutrement to your nacho cheese. You know, mix it up. Might not be your main boo, but that's okay. You can still get down with some Cool Ranch. Show me somebody who fucking can't. Sweet chili heat. New player on the block. Great mouthfeel, if you know what I mean. It feels good in your mouth. It's a little spicy, a little tangy, a little sweet, fantastic. Artisan flavors, weird shit, niche flavors. Dill pickle, never had it, can't comment. Doritos roulette is bullshit. But zesty, as far as I'm concerned, zesty is just like, we made Doritos oranger. Now with like 80% more orange. I can't help but feel that there's probably those of you out there who are diehard zesty Doritos supporters. And for you, I would like you to you don't have to explain yourself. Let's be honest. It probably just comes down to I like the taste. And don't let a scumbag like me take that away from you. However, I don't get the market positioning of zesty Doritos, and maybe that's on me. I believe it was Mark Twain who said, "They may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Let's erase zesty Doritos from the earth." And then the audience at the Washington Monument all cheered. In the meantime, I don't think I ever answered the question, how do I feel about this run? I feel good, man. I don't feel like there's a loss sitting in here. We've got full red hearts, which is not always a good thing, but in this situation it doesn't hurt. We got good damage from Little Brimstone. Our existing tiers, you know, they do what they do, which is enough damage to feel excited and, you know, or to feel confident at least. Excitement might be taking it to the next level. A little bit undue. However, the piercing shots make up for what I would perceive as probably like a little bit of a lack of damage right now. Plus, we just got the ability to fly, which is pretty nice. And, you know, we hard counter some specific enemies. I wouldn't mind re-rolling our whole run if they wanted to give us that opportunity here, but they seem to not want to. All of these trinkets are bad for us. Purple Heart is just bad to begin with, I think. Callus, we can already fly. And Mom's Pearl, we're already at max HP. So, I mean, they're only bad because we've already accounted for the weaknesses that they normally would cover up for, but still. Little annoying. I'm not really going to sweat the bombs in this situation. There's not really anything I can do about that. Or with those, I should say. We're going to continue opening all of those up because we have Mom's keys. So if I don't open a golden chest, then I would be acting very silly. Here comes the real question. Am I going to use... Ooh, am I going to use... Mom's Heart just spawned 3 of those turrets there because we killed them in a weird way. Am I going to use Chaos card against Isaac or Blue Baby? Yes, is the answer. I think I'm going to use it against Isaac, though. Why not? Why use it against Isaac? He comes first. It opens up a space. Beating Isaac gives us items. Beating Blue Baby just, you know, wins the game. I'd rather guarantee we get the items. Unfortunately, we don't have a map or a compass or anything of that variety. On the bright side, I don't mind fighting Daddy Longlegs with anti-grav because we can do shit like that. I got hit in the process. That's alright. That's want to happen from time to time. Yeah, come get a taste, man. I don't think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna say, ooh, should have gotten a sampler cup of that before I doubled down on the 2 scoops of salted caramel. I'm not shit-talking salted caramel. If you want to make some salted caramel Doritos, I will be there with bells on. Not literally, that would make me very annoying. Who's this, you know, zany motherfucker walking around with the bells all the time? Get out of my, you know, get out of my 7-Eleven. I'm trying to buy some salted caramel Doritos. This isn't a gelatorium. Huge HP pickup there. Extraordinary. The 13th one is the hardest. That's what I've always heard. Can't really do anything with that Spirit Heart. I don't think we've had Small Rocks, so... I mean, I'm still going to keep blowing up Tinted Rocks for the Small Rock and maybe some Golden Chests as well. 2 Chaos cards! Ooh, baby, a double! Mom, procure the photography device! That dude just... he took a wrong turn at the basement. He ended up at the floor that he was not supposed to be on. You're like, oh shit. You were supposed to sign up for the amateur golf tournament, now they got you lining up against Tiger Woods. He has a great free throw percentage this year, and honestly, I think he's a shoo-in for the Conn Smythe Trophy, so you're in trouble is what I'm trying to say. Ha ha ha! Sports! Anyway. I was just gonna say, we're kicking the shit out of Gertie Jr. You know what? You don't even have to say something to jinx yourself. If you think it, it's already too late. So that's what, if you're concerned about the jinx, and I know a lot of ya are, on a regular basis, it's too late. By the time you think of the jinx, it already stinks. Thank you, Fanny Pack. Sure, missing page 2. Definitely should have re-rolled that now that I think about it. I gotta start, you know, standing up for myself in life, man. Stop taking items like missing page 2 when I got options. Stick with the matchstick, though. I'm making really good use of offensive bombs right now. Alright, here you go. Woo! Can't hit what you can't see, Isaac. We're gonna head down to the next floor, and it's pretty much unbelievable to imagine that we would lose this run. So I'm feeling like we just pushed the streak to 5. It's a start. Like, literally. We're gonna get weird on this run. Oh, let's get freaky now. Let's get freaking freaky now. Oh, let's get freaky now. Let's get freaky fudgy now. Let's do this, okay? Okay, this is incredibly dangerous. When I said that there was no way that we could possibly lose, what I meant to say is there's literally one way in which we could possibly lose, and this is it. But I think we're still going to be fine. I do like that... Okay. I do like that when you hit an enemy with these Ridiculon tears, they just choose to stay in place. They do a little weird oscillation that maybe I'm not super thrilled with. It's one hell of a speed upgrade, let's put it that way. What we've got to learn is just don't ever get close to an enemy ever again. Oh my god, we may actually have lost this one for ourselves. Be smart. Don't be stupid! That was so fast. What's a dude supposed to do? I didn't want that, but I guess I don't have a choice in the matter. Oh my god. Oh, no, 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 no. Stay away! Stay away from me. Thank you, Fanny Pack, for giving me another hit of survivability. We're alright, we're alright, we're alright. What could go wrong? Oh, they're gonna be so fast. Oh, they're gonna be so fucking fast. Ah! Stay away from me! I don't want to deal with your shit. Just get sucked into the magnet and then go away. And don't explode in my face. All we need to do is make it to the boss. We do have Lazarus' Rag, but it respawns us with 1 HP. Big deal. Fuck off. This is where I start throwing down these butt bombs just to speed this whole motherfucker up. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to be rolling with bombs here, we might as well try this on for size. I would like to kill Gluttony last. Unfortunately, I have no control over that. It's pretty much up to the RNGesus, god of getting yourself fucked. Not a huge fan of this room right now either. Tell you what, we'll pop one of those bad boys down. Hopefully this will cement the deal. Yeah. I am starting to feel a little bit better, but still not good. Oh no. Oh, jeez. That was probably the best and most important dodge of my life, followed by complete despair. Okay, let's be smart here. Which we were not when we picked up those items. Yeah, that's big. Was that a trinket back there, or was that an item that I could actually make use of? So that's D10. We should reroll that, or reroll Charm of the Vampire. Probably need Charm of the Vampire more than we need D10, obviously. No, that's not... We can't do that. It's not good enough. Oh, this is great. Alright. This is probably where we lose. I may end up using the Chaos card against these guys. I hate it. I use Chaos card, man. Had to be done. We lived. Now it's all about Spirit Hearts. Don't do this to me. I consider this run a win, in spite of the fact that we're going to lose. Don't worry about the logic inherent there. It's my new favorite Wes Anderson movie. Oh, we've already seen the secret room. It's not there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, that was just a disaster. Okay. I had a fun time with that one, even though it ended our streak. I'm less worried about the streak now, because at least we died in a funny way that was completely within our own control, but not based entirely on just bad play. That was based on a silly decision. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. and I'll see you next time.